And today we're going to get into some talk about experimentation.
The
Great.
first step when starting with experimentation would be, what are we trying to achieve? What is the goal? What is the aim for this experimentation? So we initially create hypotheses. Uh, Based on data, based on like user research, based on a business fiction or like other internal processes, we first understand where are the main bottlenecks from the user side, from the process side, and where can we have the most impact with the least amount of effort. And we have a strong level of confidence as a team on those experiments. We run those prioritization exercises, have the team kind of lined up behind the ultimate goal, and then we move from that hypothesis prioritization process into the designing the experiments. So we get them into the process. There are various ways we can design these experiments. The most common is the A/B testing way, where you have two
Right.
variations of any experiment. For example, a call to action, one saying buy now, and the one saying buy with some promo attached to it. We test these two by with either testing it across the entire traffic channel, or we split them up even further and do a more deeper traffic channel, or we valued experimentation process. And then based on those experiments, giving it time, again, based on the number of users, based on the amount of traffic the product gets, analyze those results. Obviously, you cannot jump to those results very quickly. You have to have statistical significance. So usually the process is, we used to go start a new design experiment, start with a 5% allocation, with 95% being control, based on if the results are looking decent and there's some green and there is no major negative happening on those results, and every other like metric is staying neutral or improving, then we start expanding and increasing the allocation, going from 5 to 10 to 20 to, and then 50, and then taking it across the board. And then that's not the end of it. Once we get those results, that's when the real magic happens. So we analyze it, compare it with the hypothesis we had. Have we made, we had this estimation of this result would take us from A to B. Did we reach B? If not, what was the reason why we didn't reach B? Is there any other data points we have achieved with this experiment? And this does this kind of lay us into newer experiments to kind of make this feature even more prominent and better for the users? Or like the hypothesis and the results kind of give us a dead end where we are kind of testing and going down the wrong rabbit hole. So it kind of gives us a direction, okay, this is not working, so you should stop and think of a different hypothesis. And that's where the real magic happens. Valued experimentation process. And then based on those experiments, giving it time, again, based on the number of users, based on the amount of traffic the product gets, analyze those results. Obviously, you cannot jump to those results very quickly. You have to have statistical significance. So usually the process is, we used to go start a new design experiment, start with a 5%